Good afternoon, Southwest Florida. Welcome to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 The Zone, where Charlotte County comes to play. Broadcasting from our Howard's Pool World studio, where they didn't invent pool service, they perfected it. It's Friday. That means Friday night under the lights. You can join myself and Jeff Briscoe tonight for some high school football. In the meantime, joining me in studio, Eric Andreas from Vasani's and comedian Travis Howze. How's it going, Travis?
Good morning. How's everybody?
How's you doing?
Doing great, man. I love it.
Never heard that a billion times.
How's you doing?
I love that intro song. That used to be my intro song.
Really? When you were a wrestler?
No, yeah. Back in the coleslaw league, I was a coleslaw wrestler.
Right. You're a big dude, man. It looks like you could have been a professional wrestler back in the day.
Back in the day, maybe. I'm falling apart now. I'm getting old.
Yeah. SEAL Team 6?
SEAL Team 14. doesn't exist.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because you've done a lot. Before you got into comedy, you were doing everything, man. You were a firefighter. You were a former police officer. You were a Marine. What didn't you do?
Yeah.
Were you a bounty hunter?
You know, actually, I was asked to do it, and I thought about it for about 20 seconds, and no.
Yeah.
No, so I was a Marine Corps infantryman for 4 years, and I got out, became a police officer. That didn't work out so well for me. And I talk about that on stage. And then I became a firefighter. And that's actually the job that I really loved. I was a firefighter for 8.5 years in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And,
I love Charleston.
Oh, it was a great town, man. But I was injured in a bad warehouse fire in 2007 that took the lives of 9 of our brother firefighters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sorry to bring it down. But it is the story, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I was actually doing comedy prior to that for my side gig. And once I was hurt in that fire, I couldn't be a fireman anymore. I just kind of went into it full time. Been doing it ever since.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure a lot of your friends are out in California right now trying to battle that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any wildland firefighters, but, it is a brotherhood, and I do a lot of conventions for firemen. I do police conventions. I do a lot of military shows and stuff like that. So we're all intertwined somehow.
Cool, and you're going to be with Sid Davis tonight and tomorrow at Vasani's.
Yeah, Sid's phenomenal, man. I love working with Sid. He's a great guy. And at Vasani's, you can't beat the food, man.
No doubt. Are you doing pasta tonight? Pasta night tonight, Eric?
Yes.
All right, pasta night.
Yes, we are doing pasta night tonight. I know we have the grilled chicken marsala and then a shrimp pepperoni.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and the pepperoni sauce is probably one of my favorite sauces that we make.
Yeah.
It's roasted. It's a roasted pepper sauce. Oh, it's so good. I'm hungry just thinking about it.
Bill is not able to join us today, which is too bad because he was dying to talk to you because the Pirates finally fired Neil Huntington.
Yes.
We did a nice 20-minute bit on why this guy has no reason to have a general manager's job, and the next day the Pirates fire him.
Well, is it?
After 15
I don't know
years.
if it's all him, though.
Oh, it's bad.
But the ownership, I don't think is really supporting him either.
We broke down every single trade, every single draft pick. It's a mess.
Is it? But were these trades because of money, too?
Well,
You know what I mean?
It started with Freddie Sanchez and Jason Bay. Remember those guys?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that was a mess.
That was a mess. I mean, two of their pitchers were, in the playoffs, great pitchers this year. So Garrett Cole, who that was just a disaster. He should have been a Pirate for life, and they just ruined that.
I think the firing offense though was the Austin Meadows Tyler Glasnow trade for Chris Archer.
Yeah,
that was the offense that got him fired.
Well, you know what, Chris, we knew as what's it called? Now I can't even think. Tampa Bay fans that Archer probably wasn't going to be what everybody thought he was going to be. But, I could see maybe why.
I thought the move to the National League, he would transform into like a Justin Verlander type.
Yeah, and that's scenery. Yeah, see, that's what they were thinking.
Yeah, not an ERA hovering around 5.
Yeah. No, I was happy with the trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really was.
From both sides. It looked like a win-win at the beginning.
Yeah.
You guys tag me in when y'all start talking about badminton. Lost me.
You're not a sports guy? Football?
Man, I am. I played sports my whole life, man.
Yeah.
I was a swimmer. I was in bowling. No, I raced motocross. I played baseball and football. But I checked out on baseball a long time ago. You guys seem very passionate, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, I love baseball.
Yeah, baseball and football.
Man, at what time does it really start counting? 163, 162 games
162
a year?
games.
And then it's like 37 games in the playoffs. And then the only time I watch it was the other night after our show, 9th inning, one of the teams can win it for good and be done with it. That's the only time I can really get into it.
That's kind of the baseball's problem. I think they should actually shorten the season and add another team to the playoffs.
See, I thought that baseball would have an issue with the younger generation, the millennials and whatnot. But my 13-year-old kid and my nephew love baseball, and they're so passionate about it, and they can tell me things that I don't even know.
It's not like when we were kids, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe it was the same with you, but I read the sports section every morning.
Oh, so did I.
I checked the stats.
But because of the internet,
just home runs.
But because of the internet, they're telling me stuff about our minor league system that I could never dream of telling you about.
That's true, but there's so much other
they have so much information.
Options out there. That's the problem. There wasn't that many options when we were kids. You know what I mean? There was one. There's a reason that there's a lot of Cubs and Braves fans, because that's the only games you could watch on TV, unless it was, because you either had TBS or TNT or whatever, or
I even go before that. You grew up in Ohio, right?
What's that?
You grew up in Ohio,
no,
right?
I grew up in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay, okay. So
so I grew up with
Sid
Braves.
Sid's from Ohio.
Yeah. Don't put me in that.
No. Well, because the way it worked for me, I didn't even have access to that TBS and all that.
You didn't have WGN?
Because I'm old. Yeah. We didn't have that. That was cable.
You're only 4 or 5 years older than me.
We didn't have cable till like 88, 89.
True.
Right? Wow. So I had a Walkman radio where I had AM, where at nighttime I would pick at KMOX from St. Louis. This is in Western New York. I'm picking up the Cleveland Indians, the Toronto Blue Jays, WFAN, the Yankees. So that was how I would listen to my baseball games at night.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Sure, it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm listening to AM radio.
We see, it was always local, more local for me. I was never really a Cubs fan or a Braves fan. So it was always local. So when I lived in LA, it was I watched the Angels and I watched the Dodgers. I was always a Yankees fan. I grew up a Yankees fan, but you couldn't really get it. And then we went to Pittsburgh. I'd watch the Pirates. Yep. When I lived in Texas, I'd watch. I was older then, so I could watch whoever I wanted.
See, I was like Travis. I was in no man's land. So we had no allegiance to any team because there was, we had farm systems.
True.
Minor league baseball, but no major league team.
I played for 11 years. I absolutely love baseball. Yeah. And I just can't watch it.
I can because I just appreciate the skill that you see. Like those easy plays that they're making on the field are not easy. Yeah. None of that is easy. And I appreciate the little nuances and how hard baseball really is. They make it look easy, but I just appreciate it.
Maybe it's just how I am, because as much as I love comedy, I don't watch comedy either. I do not watch comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
there's a lot of comics that don't watch comedy.
And a lot of guys are into it, and they'll start talking shop and they're like, "Did you see this special and that special?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't watch."
But then you hear a lot that don't. And then another thing, people don't do it because then they don't want to pick up a nuance or pick up a premise and tell a joke, and then all of a sudden they're stealing jokes. You know what I mean? Like
not even meaning to.
And that happens. There's so many premises out there that people are going to make fun of.
I'm stealing Sid's whole set. And I'm using it next week.
It's happened before.
I would figure you would start critiquing, because I have a bad habit of doing that. I'll be listening to talk radio and I'll be critiquing the person that's talking on the radio.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? So I could see a comedian doing that. Oh, I would have done this joke differently. I would have went this angle with it.
I do that. I do that. I say it all the time. Like, oh, that's a perfect joke, but you didn't deliver it right.
Look at that guy selling out Madison Square Garden, telling that joke. This is how I would do it.
I would never have the guts to tell a comedian how to tell a joke.
I have, yeah.
It's like I'm feeding them.
Well, it's usually
feeding us well.
You know what I mean? Like it's usually the features that I'll talk to. The headliners I've given little things to, here and there. Nothing insulting or anything like that, but. And they've used it on stage and it's worked. I've learned a little bit from the 5 years that I've owned a comedy club. But yeah, features, especially the openers, the MCs. I'll definitely every time they get off stage. Nope, yep. So got to do it.
You were a firefighter in Charleston.
Yeah, that's right.
Was this before they built the new bridge or?
No, both times. I was there. I was there during the old and the new.
Right. That old bridge. How many accidents have been on that bridge?
Man, I can tell you a very dark story about that bridge.
I'm sure you could. And, I thought I was going to die on that bridge every time I was on it.
We went to a potential jumper one night, and it was in the rain. This was in early 2000s, and we had a guy. My captain went up in the. I was on a ladder truck. He went up in the bucket with a priest to talk this guy down from jumping. And the captain was so old school. He was a Vietnam veteran and everything. He had no sympathy in his bones. And apparently this is what happened, because the priest was pretty shaken by it. He told the guy, I can't use the words that he used, but essentially it was February, it was rainy, it was cold. He told the guy, if you're going to jump, jump. But we're getting cold and we're tired of standing here in this bucket and we're going down. So make a choice.
Wow.
And the guy got in the bucket with him and we took him down.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah, he was old school, man. I like that dude.
I do like that too. Yeah. But I remember that little bridge because it was a 2-lane bridge.
Yeah, it was narrow, man.
It was so narrow. I felt like oncoming traffic. One little slip and you're dead.
It was literally like a lane and a half, because there was no, like on a normal highway, I think a 2-lane road, it's maybe 14 or 28 feet. I can't remember. But they have maybe like a foot variance on either side. And on that bridge, that foot wasn't there. It was just a real tight lane. And we used to take those trucks across it, man. It was crazy.
But I love Charleston, man. The people there are just so nice. It's one of the best towns, I think, in our country.
Yeah, it's
that
cool.
I've been to.
It's getting overrun, though, man. It's not the same town. When's the last time you've been back?
Growing.
The last time I was there and actually hung out, God, it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, man. You wouldn't recognize it now.
Really?
No.
Bummer.
It's definitely.
But I had to drive to Wilmington, and we'd cut through Charleston. That's how I was like, oh, good, a new bridge, finally.
Yeah.
That's how I was like, finally.
You felt safe. You can close your eyes and drive over that.
Nice
it's like 8 lanes, man. Just pick one.
Nice looking bridge, too.
Yeah,
looks like the Skyway.
Very
cool, man. Very cool. So it's funny to me because you went from like Marines, you know, guns and then you were a police officer, another, it's like, and then you're in comedy.
It's natural though, because the things that we see in the way that we are, people, they think these like Marines and cops and firemen, these big strong guys, but all we do is goof off. That's all we do. And or at least that's how I was. And I have so many stories about those days, and I don't take all of them to the stage, and I need to create more because I have some very good ones, but there's a plethora of stuff to pull from. It's just so much fun. I
bet. Are you married? Do you have kids? And all
I am married and I have kids, and that's actually, I took a little break from comedy. I took a couple years off because my youngest was born, and I actually talk about that. I wanted to be home because I missed a lot of the toddler years with my oldest.
Yeah.
And so I decided to stay home for a little bit, man. And now, after staying home for a couple years, I was like, I changed my mind. I'm ready to get back on the road and get away from it. I can't handle the toddler time.
It wasn't the wife kicking you out saying, okay, you got to
No, man. It was me. I said, look, I got to get out of here. This is driving me crazy because I at the end of the day, I'm a man's man, and I'm wired like that. I'm not Susie Homemaker. I can't sit here every day. I have to get back out there and get on the road and come eat Eric's good food at Vasani's and tell some jokes, man.
Yeah, like 8 hours away, man. Not bad.
That's not bad.
I think we all have a little bit of that. We get a little stir crazy. I can sit around for one day. That's my day off. But after day 2, I was like, okay, I start looking for projects to do and stuff like that. That's how I am.
Yeah, you'll end up rebuild. So what I do, man, is I'm in real estate. I flip houses as well.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of what I do, and I've been investing in real estate for a long time. But I get so bored, I'll end up spending a bunch of money.
Oh, I was going to say, do you rebuild them? You go in there and do the construction and all that?
We demo and we do everything.
Oh, man, nice.
It's just me, and I got to have a couple of guys, and a lot of times it's just me because you can't depend on people anymore.
Yeah, I can see like a comedy show based on flipping houses on TLC.
I had a couple producers contact me about that, but I'm not interested in that stuff because I'm not interested in being told what to do and what's being censored. Oh, yeah, you have to say this. You can't say that's not me, man. Find somebody else for that.
Yeah, I just don't understand how y'all can flip houses in 30 minutes. It's crazy.
Just 30 minutes, just like that.
30 minutes. I was like, man, that's like it takes me that long just to put a shelf up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Jesus. No, it's awesome, man. That's great. So you're flipping house. Man, you're like an entrepreneur.
I do everything, man.
A Renaissance man. You do everything.
I am a 41-year-old man trapped in a 200-year-old man's body. I owned a limousine company in Charleston
God.
For a year. I'm telling you, man, I've always had like this business mindset, and that's all I wanted to do was just work for myself and not punch somebody else's clock. And fortunately for me, I sold my limousine company while I was doing comedy before the recession. And the guy that bought it from me, he ended up losing it that year of the recession. Oh. Yeah, I had 5 limos running full time out of my firehouse. My drivers, all of my drivers were former police officers that I worked with.
That's fantastic.
They would bring, I had stretch Hummers, party bus. I mean, all the latest and greatest cars, man. And they were running full time all the time in Charleston. I was running them right out of the fire station.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. People would drive by the firehouse. They're like, why are all these limousines parked at that firehouse?
Nice. And you're only 41.
41, man.
All right, I got to ask you this because it happened to me. I know it happened to him, even though he won't admit it. When you hit 40, was it like hitting a wall? I was like,
man, that's funny you say that. You hear all the older guys say that. Man, wait till you hit 30, wait till you hit 40. And it was 40. Something happened. Yeah. It really did. I think around 38, 39, I felt it. Mm-hmm. And now when I go to the gym, I used to, that's what I was telling you, I'm falling apart. I'm not half the man I used to be. I go into the gym now and I just kind of look around and go to the water fountain and I'll let it dribble down my lip and get on my shirt, make it look like I'm a little sweaty. But yeah, I don't have the energy I used to anymore.
Yeah, for me, it was speed. I was so fast as a kid, and now I'm so slow. It's like I don't understand why I'm so slow.
Your mind is slow.
And my ankles hurt all the time. Like, my God, I'm only 40. I was like, what the hell happened to me?
It's insane.
It's getting there. Yeah, I just turned 40.
Yeah. But you're doing a lot of extra strenuous work on the side right now, so it's going to hit you even harder.
Oh, it hurts. Yeah, my back hurts a lot.
Compared to when you were 30 and even 20. It's like when you were 20 and doing this, you didn't need to hit a hot tub afterwards and just soak.
Yeah, true.
Now you're 40, you're like, oh my God.
I just want to hit bed.
Calgon, take me away.
I'd say it was getting tough for me is staying up late, and I'm just getting back into the comedy world, and you have late night shows, and I'm literally falling asleep after the shows, not on stage, but after the shows, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm usually in bed before Jeopardy goes off.
Yeah, see, nighttime, I've always been a nighttime
tough,
guy. Mornings have always been a pain in my ass. Yeah, I've never been a morning person, even when I was a kid. In college, all my classes had to start at 11 a.m. or later.